In this question here, we're given a range of possible values for the area, and the method that we're going to use is what we call plugging in parameters. In other words, if the area has a smallest possible value of 48 and a largest value of 60, then we're going to figure out, well, what if the area was 48? And what if the area was 60? And we're going to figure out everything in between. Now, the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. So we'll say this is equal to 1/2 times base times height in both situations. But the base is non-negotiable. It's equal to 12 both times. And the area itself is equal to 48 here, and it's equal to 60 here. So let's solve both of these. 6h is 48, h is 8, and here 6h is 60, and h is 10. So right now we know that the height is anywhere between 8 and 10. But then again, it's an integer. So now that we kind of know the outer limits of what the height could be, in a lot of other questions, it could be any decimal between 8 and 10, but here it has to be an integer. So the only other option for the height is if the height is 9. And if the height is 9, then we can kind of figure things out that way as well. So let's figure out the value of x in all three of these situations, with the height being 8, and the height is our y, by the way. So that's y all 3 times. We could set up a proportion for all 3. In the leftmost scenario, we have the 5 here, the 12 here, and we've got 8 right here and x right here. Clean this up a tiny bit here. And do our proportion. We've got x over 5 equals 8 over 12. Cross multiply that. 8 times 5 equals 12 times x. So 12x equals 40, and divide by 12, and we'll get x equals 40 over 12, which is 3 1/3. So let's call that 10 over 3. Now we'll do it if the height were 9. That means that we've got x and 5 and 12 and 9. So setting up the proportion there, we can say x over 5 equals 9 over 12. X over 5 equals 3 over 4. Cross multiply that. 4x equals 15. Divide by 4, x equals 15 over 4. So now we've got x is possibly 10 over 3. It's possibly 15 over 4. And now looking at the last scenario, we've got our 2 triangles again, x and 5 and 10 and 12. So x over 5 equals 10 over 12. 10 over 12 is the same as 5 over 6. So x over 5 equals 5 over 6. And now we can cross multiply that. 6x equals 25. Divide by 6. X equals 25 over 6. And these are our 3 values for x. 10 over 3 is 1, 15 over 4 is another, and 25 over 6 is the third one.